speaking, we've learned that an FIR in fact has been filed. So I will request you to perhaps see whether we can understand from our sources what that FIR entails. But at the same time, Belly, the counsel for the petitioners have now argued before the High Court that only 3 gates of the stadium were open, and also that this was publicized as a free event, which is why a larger crowd than expected ended up at the stadium. Why exactly were only 3 gates opened up, Belly? Has there been any clarification? I'm assuming it's a stadium, so there are more than 3 gates to it.
Absolutely. This is where the confusion starts, Devika. See, there were 2 felicitation events, one in Vidhan Sauda and one at the Chinnaswamy Stadium organized by the KSCA. So the KSCA's felicitation of the RCB team was purely a closed event that would happen inside the stadium with limited. The police had also issued issued advisories stating that this particular event is only for passes and ticket holders. So that was closed event. But when the players are still felicitated at the Vidhan Sauda's grand step, that is, it's an open place where people can stand on the road and witness that event. There was a huge crowd in front of Vidhan Sauda as well. So. And one more thing, what added to this was that the victory parade announcement by the franchisee. And this earlier, in the minds of fans, the victory parade was about a bus which would have all the players on top of it waving, and they could get a glimpse of Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, and the trophy that they are bringing to Bengaluru. So this was what the fans whom I spoke to were telling me. So all these put together had made this crowd stand in front of Vidhan Sauda and witness, and now they came towards the stadium, where there were rumors that one of the gates were letting in spectators free without any tickets or passes, and there was a lot of people who were already gathered looking for getting access into the stadium. Some were even seen climbing up on the walls and trees and jumping into the stadium premises as well, but the police were clearing them off. So these are all where the sideline events that took place when this commotion was going on outside the gate. So there were also confusion as to at what time the gates would open, and when from 3:30 the crowd starts swelling, and when the event was happening in Vidhan Sauda, and there were expectation that in half an hour's time the players would reach Chinnaswamy Stadium. So the crowd started bulging at each of the gates near Chinnaswamy Stadium, and as soon as the gates were open, there was a mad rush of people pushing inside, and that caused the stampede. And like you earlier pointed out, the 3 gates, the major 3 gates is where it caused the casualty, Devika. And the court is now looking into that matter as to whether to hold the KCA culpable for the event, or the government that felicitated the team players outside the Vidhan Sauda. So this is where the confusion is still prevailing as to who's going to bell the cat, Devika.
Okay, stay on with me, Belly. We're learning that Mr. Rudra Vikram Singh, Supreme Court advocate, also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Singh, I want to understand from you, at this point in time, the state government before the High Court has in a way shifted the blame, one can say, to the RCB management committee. They've said that RCB has organized the event and security was also supposed to be the duty of the RCB. How true is that, sir? And in your experience, who really needs to be held accountable for the 11 deaths that have taken place?
This is not the accountability of any one person, any single person. There is accountability of the organizers who organized this event and who could not manage the crowd, and how so many people were allowed inside the stadium, and who all the responsible officers who were given the approval to organize this event. So this is not the any party like the it cannot be only organizer, it cannot simply be the government. This is the collective responsibility has to be taken by everyone, and whosoever is the responsible, whether it is government office, state government officers, whether it is the organization, everybody should be punished. And let me tell you one thing, that this is not the first incident in India or any state, this Stampede incident. There are so many incidents. And after every incident, we start talking who is the responsible, and last we see that there is nobody is responsible, and responsible is the crowd. So we shift, and now the state government is shifting the accountability towards the RCB management. You will see when the case will launch, case will prosecuted in the court. After and the last, it will be found that it was the crowd's responsibility why they went there, why they could not manage their own self. So now I think at least at this time somebody has to wake up. At least I request to the court, you should at least wake up and you should take a call that who is responsible and what should measures to be taken in the next upcoming event. If anybody is organizing the event, what measures should be taken, what we should take, and how the lives should be taken.